Hello and welcome everyone, this is Kalabovich coming to you with another patch notes video for Storybook Brawl. This time, yes, first Monday of the month of October 2022, and we have our patch 7.3.2. In this patch we see a couple new heroes, some changes to the cards, some good old-fashioned balance changes, and a ton of new artwork, or slightly remastered artwork, or artwork you might have seen somewhere else already. Let's dive right in. And as usual, we start with the new stuff, with the new heroes. And one of the two new heroes is Goldilocks. When you level up, you get +2 gold, and your next shop is all characters of your level. What this means exactly is, no longer will you be faced with the horror of 3.0 shop having 5 gold and 4 level 3 characters unable, usually, to buy 2 of them. Because you will always have that shop on 3.0, but you will have 7 gold. At least, unless fighting against Sharebear or some other benefits, obviously. So this means that on every new level, you will have a higher chance of finding some pivot cards. I mean, you'll probably not see it on 3.0, because, well, there are not a lot of, or any, pivot characters on that level. But on 4, you might see a Puff. Okay, maybe something more serious. You might see a Heartwood Elder, or you might see a Sporko, or Lady of the Lake. Those last two examples, not as good as they used to be, but still rather decent. But once you reach level 6, you will have a shop of 5 level 6 characters. And those, oh, let me tell you, those are usually really good. And if they are synergistic with one another, for example, 2 Ashwood Elms, a Green Knight, and a Burnbeard, although I still hate that last name, well, that is something really lockable, and you will have 14 gold at least to buy that. So you can buy 2, lock for the others, or maybe buy 3 if you happen to sell some chickens or have some extra gold from your economy. So this seems rather neat, seems like a good or decent economy hero, one you'll really want to dream out of once you reach level 6, because, well, that ability is no longer useful. But is it going to be OP? Well, I'm guessing not as OP as Zippy the Zombie, but still something cool to look forward to test out, etc. Next one is probably the one you've all been waiting for. It is Puffy. And Puffy, the new hero, is so good and so amazing that he gets the old Puff artwork. And Puffy says you start the game with a 1/1 baby Puff with the same ability as the old regular Puff that they don't triple. Last breath, give all your Puffs everywhere, +1/+1 permanently. And it's a good Puff. Also, the I've been saying Puff a lot these days, but Baby Puff has the same ability of Puff, and both are good Puffs. So, what does this mean exactly? So, not only on 2.0 you have an additional 1/1 character, Baby Puff, but if you count it towards level 4, when you can get the first real Puff, unless Polywoggles, True Love's Kisses, etc., but let's say on a regular basis. So 2.0, it's a 1/1. It dies on 2.0, 2/1, 2/2, 3.0, 3/1, 3/2. So it dies usually around 6 times before you get to 4.0, which means once you get to 4.0 and you see a Puff, it's not going to be a 7/7, it's going to be a 13/13. Is it still a meme? I have no idea. Is it still amazing? I have no idea. Is it flavorful and awesome? Oh yeah. But you know what? For this hero, there is a treasure that is not often seen. But if you happen to get the World Tree, remember, Puff is also a character type. So if your baby Puff and future Puffs die a million deaths, as they sometimes do, that means that all your characters, given that they are Puffs, will be +X+X. Is it cool? For sure. Is it video worthy? For sure, but I need to get that combination going first. Alright, so 2 really cool additions, something I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to it that much that I will, well, unlock these for me right now. Or will I? Or hello? Or will I? Let me try that again. And now I will unlock them. Maybe. Or maybe not. Or maybe during the games. I don't know yet. Maybe a visual bug. Alright. Balance changes, yes. Sporko and Lady of the Lake are getting a nerf. I don't know if you remember, but these used to be 1-3 with the +5 attack or health support buff. Right now they're getting demoted. Not only does their support give less, +4 instead of +5 attack and health, respectively, but also they're going down from a 3-3 to a 2-2. All of that means they are no longer the best buys on level 4, especially 4-0, but they are still really good and really worth it. Obviously, as it is explained in the developer's notes, right here on the screen, one of the reasons for the change is Empress P. Yeah, I mean, in a game where all the interactions are as interwoven as in Storybook Brawl, it is obvious that, well, there's always a butterfly, it always flutters, and all the cards have to change, if you catch my drift. So Lady of the Lake means everything that says support needs to remember that there is a card called Empress P. Same was with Grimsoul and everything that goes with Slay. These still will be worth it, worth slightly less, and I will have fewer problems exchanging a Sporko for a Baba Yaga on level 5, that's for sure. Speaking of supports, Evil Eye goes from a level 5 treasure to a level 4 treasure, and Horn of Olympus bumps up from level 4 to a level 5. So apparently, in the current state of the game, having your supports affect all of your front row means much more than doubling your support bonuses. I mean, you still want to get both, right? Especially if you're going into Slay and such things. But this seems like a cool change. A couple of reasons. Like, if you have a support that is something like a Wicked Witch or the Good Witch, you'd rather double its bonuses for something that it improves instead of giving all your front row said bonus. Because, well, you're not always running everything good or everything evil up front. On the other hand, once again, according to the developer notes, once again, this is influenced by Empress P. And I've had a lot of, I'm sorry to say it, but P-Horn videos and P-Horn games where you have Empress P in the front row and Horn of Olympus is one of your treasures. And it's just crazy because once she dies, she gives bonuses to your whole back row of usually shooters, and it is just obscene. We'll see what it changes and how it changes, but remember, Evil Eye at one point used to be a level 6 treasure. Bear that in mind. And at that point, Horn of Olympus was a 6. So instead of a 5. So instead of a 6-5, we have a 4-5. We'll see. But I do appreciate this change, that's what I'm gonna say. Next up, Wombats in Disguise. Move up from a 5-5 to a 6-6, still on level 5. Are they gonna be good? Well, they're still gonna be a bit meme-worthy. They are a lot of stat-worthy. And every time something gets even the smallest of buffs, it is a much bigger change than I anticipated to be. Especially that those Wombats resummon a character and give that character its stats. So the base stats for Wombats are higher, the stats for the resummoned characters are higher, which inherently makes this a better purchase. Oni Tyrant goes back to its tyrannical ways. I think it's reverted back to what it used to be, aside from the new artwork. When one of your monsters attacks, give it +13/+13 this brawl instead of +10/+10. As they say, he lagged behind other level 6 characters for a while. On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, no. It is one of the better level 6s you could have gotten early on, especially if you already had one or two monsters. And if you have multiple tyrants, they really, really get out of control. And I think I like it. I like it. Because I do like monsters in this game in general. So I do approve this change. Isn't going to change that much. Well, I hope it changes things for the betterment of the diversification of the metagame. All right. Also, a ton of art updates, if I counted it correctly, 42, which is a lot. The biggest upside of it, look at this amazing ambrosia art. Looks much better than a golden strawberry, doesn't it? On the other hand, the huge influx of a massive metric ton, figuratively, not literally, of new artwork means it is going to be that much difficult to play the game, especially if you're playing from memory. Or if you're someone who's been playing the game for like 2 or 3 weeks now, or 2 months, and they've already grown accustomed to all of the artwork and they have to relearn everything anew. I mean, for someone who is just starting the game to play the game like tomorrow or right after the patch dropped, it doesn't change anything. And the new artwork is really cool. And I'm going to shout out some of these pieces for sure. And I'm going to just browse them really quickly. But yeah, you have to remember that, well, the beautiful baby Puff Puff, you have to remember that it comes at a cost. And that cost is learning. Also, there are a couple of card name changes, like Big Book of Spells used to be Merlin's Slippers. And it does look big, and it does look like it has a lot of spells inside. Bounty board has a new bounty up ahead for Great Pumpkin King, what looks to be Medusa, and I have no idea, but something with a color. Brave Princess. Now, we all know this artwork from the key art piece right here. And it is confirmed it is indeed the bravest of all princesses, but she's still not gonna slay. Now, doesn't change the fact that she's still not going to slay, unless she goes for Princess Peep in the background, or her sheep. Crafty, slight change. Cursed Throne, no longer a huge piece of whatever. Right now, an amazing piece of art. And Beginning Stone, yeah, it's cool. It does make sense. Eye of Ares. I would call this an epic flail, but some people might disagree. Fairy Queen's Wand looks amazing. Falling Stars. They look like they would do more than just 1 damage, but maybe that's just me. Fanny. Oh, Fanny. Fiercify. There's Fiercify and Gigantify. This was Hugify. So I believe this is +10 to attack, but I might be mistaken. Fog. Yeah, sure. Just a cloud. Yeah, Gigantify with the +10 health stays the same, but the piece of art is much, much, much better. Hand of Midas. I don't entirely understand this one, but who am I to disagree? Healing Potion, still red, still HP. Looks strawberry flavored, or maybe that's just me. Artwork for Hermes Sandals. Artwork for Flourish. Wait, maybe I'll just refresh. Sorry, folks. Eye of Ares. Yeah, we've been there. We've done that. Why doesn't it work properly? I don't know. Anyway, let's get to Hermes Sandals. Yep. Used to be called Hermes Boots. Now, yeah, boots, sandals. Used to be sandals anyway. Flourish. I will have no idea what this spell is once I see it in the shop, but okay, looks fine. Knighthood, one of the coolest pieces. One of the coolest new pieces, I mean. Lady of the Lake. Makes thematical sense. Locked chest, now with 3 locks. Now, if one would disappear every round, that would be awesome, but that's probably not what's gonna happen. Lucky. He's lucky he only needs 1 shoe. Magic Sword, +100. I think the Flesh and Blood Polish national champion has actually won this recently, like a replica of Magic Sword +100. Medusa. Medusa is... well, this is too cutesy for what the character does. I mean, artwork is cool, sure. But isn't that character supposed to be more evil? I don't know. Mix-a-Whistle. Oni Tyrant looks very Oni. Looks much different from all the other pieces of art. New Puff looks fine. Looks more like a sheep. Roll the dice and get Wizards familiar, or Bad Billy, or Baby Root, or whatever that is. Secret Stash. I wish they didn't do the bad stuff to the goose, but oh well. Shard of the Ice Queen, stays as it is. I will have no idea what the spell is once I see it for the first time. Spinning Wheel, Keeping in the Spirit. Cute kitty over here sleeping. Like if I look over there at Merisiel, same thing. Just missing a spinning wheel. Great Pumpkin, slight rework. 6 of Shields got demoted to 3 of Shields, but does the same thing because we have 3 of Swords. Used to be Ring of Rage. Makes thematical sense. True Love's Kiss, my second favorite piece of art alongside Knighthood. Finally, something aside from the heart, and something from the heart as well. And, okay. Turkish Delight. Okay, third favorite piece of art. They kept the original spirit of Turkish Delight, and huge props for that. One thing, though, that Baleb drew my attention to. I'm sorry, but the lid that you can see down there would never fit this. It would just drown in it. Maybe a case of proportion, but the strawberry is there, and we finally know what has been lurking in the trash can. Ugly Gosling Helm and Wicked Witch with the new pumpkin. I think she got some new pumpkins over there, but maybe that's just me. All right, so new pieces of art. Overall, great improvements for the most part. Just please, next time, where is it? Where is the S for secret? Just next time, just let the goose loose, okay? Please, do it for me. A lot of bug fixes and improvements. I'm not gonna go through them, but this is just clearing up all the small pieces and interactions that should have been working but were not working. For like buffs from Karen and Coin of Karen and Slay abilities will now apply before any summons that trigger from that character. For example, buffs will apply to a Wombats in Disguise in time to be added to the newly summoned character. A lot of things in that vein. New card names, I already talked about it. And yeah, that's a new patch. And I do approve, I do appreciate, even though we did not see a lot of balance changes, just the fact that we have 2 new heroes is going to add even more replayability to the game. And seriously, I cannot wait to wake up in the morning, to start up the stream, and to play and to catch those new heroes. I think more Puffy than Goldilocks, but still, both are going to be amazing additions to this really cool game. And this is going to be it for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Kalabovich out.